course, one of your biggest comic creative credits is the creation of the New Mutants alongside Chris Claremont. Can you tell us how that came to be?
Yes. I had done Jim Sherman started penciling X-Men number 151. And for whatever reason, I don't know if he got sick, got a better job offer or what happened, but he just abandoned the issue after he had penciled a couple pages, had done layouts for a few more. And, that's it, just for some of the pages in the book. And so they needed somebody to finish up his pencils on that issue. So they called me in. I had done a couple fill-ins before that on Spider-Man. And so I was around, I got a lot of my early jobs just by hanging out at the office. I'd be just hanging there talking to somebody, and this job would come in and the editor would say, I got to find somebody for this. I said, I'll take that. So I don't remember exactly if I was where I was when that job came up, but they gave me that job and they liked what I did. So they had me pencil the next issue, X-Men 152, and they liked what I did on that issue.
Do you remember the storyline for those issues, Bob?
Well, yeah. 152, I actually did the cover for Storm and the White Queen up in the air. They've changed bodies, they're in each other's body, fighting up in the air. So the storyline in that issue was the Hellfire Club and the X-Men dealing with them, and Storm and the White Queen with their various people around them not knowing that they're in that body. That it's kind of
I got you. The old
fun
switcheroo
storyline. Yeah. So I had a lot of fun drawing that issue. And they said, well, we need a regular penciler on the X-Men. Would you like to be the regular penciler? Or we're thinking of doing this spinoff of the X-Men. It hasn't got a title yet. It's going to be like a younger team of X-Men, young adolescent mutants. You could be co-creator on that series. And, I really wanted to draw the X-Men. X-Men was an established book, prestige, they were fun to draw. And this new book, who knows if that was going to last a year or two and then get canceled, and what these characters were going to be like. And, it was just a blank slate. Who knows?
You established the legacy for a 100 issue run comic. Yeah. And we keep revisiting them again and again and again.
Yeah, they made a movie out of them. I mean, who knew?
The Demon Bear storyline.
Yeah, I figured, much as I want to draw the X-Men, when am I going to get another chance to be co-creator on a new series for Marvel Comics?
Yeah.
So I had to take it. Chris and I discussed a lot of stuff over the phone, like were they going to have individual costumes or school uniforms? What the heck were we going to call this comic? Who the exact characters were going to be, and how would their powers manifest, and all these decisions that had to be made. I would send in sketches, and then got started on the first issue, and got maybe 5 pages into the first issue. And at the same time, they were starting up the graphic novel line, and they were looking for projects to make into graphic novels. And they said, hey, we got this new series of New Mutants. Why don't we make it a graphic novel? And so we were all excited about that. But with the comic, it was unscheduled. I had all the time in the world to do my absolute best work. It was like, 20 pages long. And then graphic novel was like 50 pages and was late on the deadline. So suddenly I had twice as much work to do and, no time at all. I had to really rush. So the graphic novel, probably more rushed than any job in my career. And they were going to give it to another inker to meet the deadline. And I said, oh, come on, man, it's a graphic novel, new series. You got to let me ink it myself. So the editor, Louise Simonson, said, well, all right, but you got to meet this deadline.